Thanks for joining me. In today's video, I'll show you how I made a coaster set with the Sheleeart style blue technique. If you're not already, please take a moment to subscribe. It really helps. This is the coaster kit that I'm using, but I think any unglazed tile would work. I start by adding a little bit of paint to the back of a tile to adhere it to a stand and keep it up off the spinner. And then spin a little bit to make sure the tile's in the center. Now I'll pour a little pillow paint. And then fill and spread the paint along the edges. Now we'll begin layering the paint colors. I combined two different reds to make this nice rust color. Then I add silver, another red, pearl amaranth red, some Payne's gray, and pearlized red wine. Then two colors of cell activator, zinc oxide and titanium white. Next, I blow out the paint. Blow straight down in the center to create a depression, and then aim at the ridge to blow out the petals. Now I wait a few minutes for the cells to develop and the paint to move back to the center, and blow down in any thick puddles of cell activator with a straw. The longer you wait, the larger the cells in the center will get. While I'm waiting, I'll spread a little bit of paint along the edges just to make sure it's coated. Now I place everything in a box to protect from splatter and begin spinning it out. It's a good idea to spin slowly first to make sure everything's centered and moving the way you want it to. Then continue to spin off all excess paint. I have this one white spot on the edge I'm going to try to touch up a little bit. And give it one final spin to make sure that all the excess paint is removed. Wiping the underside of the tile so that there aren't any threads. And the first coaster's done, so we'll set it aside to dry. And begin by securing the next coaster. This time I can use some of the paint drips. And again, we pour the pillow paint in the center and spread to the edges. And then again, start layering the paint colors. I'm using the same colors in the same order I did before. Now my two colors of cell activator. And I'm ready to blow it out, same as before. On these small coasters, I like to use a mini leaf blower, but you could blow it out with your mouth or use a hair dryer on low heat if you want. Again, I'm using a flexible straw to blow down into the thick puddles of cell activator and waiting for the cells to develop. Here I'm using my straw again to blow down into the cells in the center and make them a little larger. And now we spin it out again. Continue spinning until the paint in the center doesn't move. This is important to make sure that it won't crack while the paint is drying. Now I'm running my finger along the underside to wipe off or clean off any drips. This helps make sure that the paint won't get pulled anymore. And now I'm ready for coaster number 3. Just repeat the exact same steps again. I've sped the video up here just to keep the video from being so long. But I did want to show you all 4 coasters. I think it's amazing that you do it the exact same way with the same colors in the same order. Every single one is a little bit different. I'm pretty pleased with this color palette and how dark and rich they look, and I can't wait to see them dry. And now for the last coaster, we're just going to repeat it one last time. In total, it probably took me about 20 minutes to make all 4 of these. If you want to watch more detailed instructions on the bloom technique, or to see how I mix my paint with measurements and a complete recipe, I'll leave some links at the end of the video. But I'm really enjoying doing this functional art. You can make posters, serving trays, lazy Susans, jar lids, you name it. I'll also leave some links to some other ideas for you at the end of the video. And the last one is done. Now I'll wait a day or 2 for it to be completely dry. We can start on the resin. This is the resin that I'm using. I'm pretty sure it didn't cost this much when I bought it a long time ago. But whatever resin you want to use is fine. Just follow the instructions for mixing. Make sure the work area is level before you start. And place all of the coasters on stands. I'm just using mixing cups here. And I pour the resin generously on every coaster. And tilt to spread it out until the resin just barely reaches the edge. And then I touch up the edges with my fingers to make sure there's a good coat. And repeat this on every coaster. It will self-level as it dries, so just make sure it's covered well. And I repeat these steps until all the coasters are done. Continue wiping the edges and even the underside of each tile with my finger to ensure there aren't any drips. Now I'm using a kitchen torch to pop any air bubbles in the resin. Heat guns work well too. Once they're all done, I'll let it dry another day or 2. Once everything is completely dry, all that's left is to apply the cork backing strips. which is why I really like this kit because they come pre-cut and peel and stick. So it's very easy. Now, some people tape off the back of their coasters before they start. I like to have a little paint around the edges since the corking's a little smaller than the coaster. Thank you for watching. I really do hope this inspires you to create your own art. If it does, give me a like and subscribe. Bye-bye.